Hi, yeah, I'm the host. So I couldn't sign in through the Little Masters account. It's open on my computer right now, but my computer isn't working because of the internet. So I hope it's okay if I connect through my personal account on my phone and just teach that way. Hello?
Yeah, hi.
Hi. All right, is everyone ready?
Sure.
All right. Okay. So today we're gonna learn how to make veggie burgers. It's like burgers but vegetarian. So it's all right if you don't have a veggie patty. I'd specify to get a store-bought patty, but it's okay if it's beef. What's veggie about it is that like the condiments used, like the sauce, the cheese and everything is all vegetarian, and it's possible to make this a totally vegetarian burger, and the sauces are homemade. So let's get started. So in the recipe there's two sauces, and the patty and buns, and cheese and vegetables. And so the second sauce is made of soybean juice and oil, white vinegar, white sugar, some salt. I already made the second sauce because I thought it would be I thought it would be pretty simple to make. So I don't think everyone needs a lot of help with that. I can just wait a couple minutes after we make the first sauce for everyone to get the second sauce together. You just put the liquid ingredients together in a blender. Um, I can show you how to make the first sauce because that one's a little more complicated. You are going to need a blender for both sauces. I use a food processor because it's smaller than a blender and more convenient to use, but a blender is honestly more preferable. So for the first sauce, which is made of cashews, oil, basil leaves, garlic, mushroom extract. So we're going to start with the basil leaves. So we have 2 cups of loose basil leaves, and I have basil leaves on stalks like this. So I mean, you don't really need to do this if you just bought like fresh basil leaves in a box, but I prefer to use them from the stalk because it's fresher that way. And you just kind of pile them into a cup measure or
Your
measuring cup.
camera's off.
Oh, is it?
Is your camera?
Does it work now?
Good. Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry. I have the recipe open, so it might be off when I switch tabs. It's okay. I don't need to open it right now. So yeah, I'm just using the like stalks of basil right now for the basil. So right now I'm just peeling off the leaves from the stalks. I just kind of like pile them into the cup measure. So this is a full cup. I already have 1 cup in here, so I just need 1 more cup now for 2 cups of basil. If you are using stalks like me, you have to make sure to pick off the fresher ones. Obviously, the ones with black spots or the partially rotted leaves will make it taste a lot worse and kind of bitter. It's okay to get the little stalk like this as long as you don't include the big stalk like this one. So that's a full cup of basil leaves for me. So I'm just gonna add that to this cup, and then I will wash it because I mean, I'm not sure if they pre-wash these, but I don't really trust pre-washed vegetables and leaves. Okay, so that's my basil, and I'm just gonna add it to the food processor right now. All right, and next up we have the cashews. So that's 1 cup of cashews. I just have a box of like roasted cashews that I got at the supermarket. These are the same cashews I use for the pineapple fried rice. And I mean, just kind of get a cup of that. So this is the cup of cashews. I'm just gonna add that in too. All right, and then we have the oil. So it's just 1 cup of oil. So I think that's easier to measure than like the basil. So here we have a cup of oil. And then you just add that to the blender too. And then there's a teaspoon of mushroom extract. So mushroom extract is actually a Chinese seasoning product, so I really didn't know how to put it in the English recipe, but it translates to mogujing, and you just get a teaspoon of that. By the way, these sauces are really up to interpretation. So if you're missing some of the ingredients, like the mushroom extract, it's actually okay to go without it. It just improves the flavor a lot. Same goes for almost all the ingredients except for the really vital ones like the basil and the cashew oil, obviously. Similarly for garlic, I really don't like the taste of garlic. I think it's really strong, so I use garlic powder, which is, I mean, it adds the same effect as like garlic cloves, but it's a lot weaker and it doesn't have like the stinky feeling of garlic. So if you're using cloves of garlic, you want to measure out 2 cloves, but with garlic powder, you just kind of, I mean, sprinkle in as much as you want. The nice thing about these sauces is that it's really up to interpretation. Okay, so I'm just gonna take this mixture to the blender now. That's what it looks like. So right now it's really liquidy with like chunks of things in it. You just want to keep beating it until it gets really puree and almost like a kind of not exactly liquid, but like almost pasty. So we're kind of getting there since the basil chunks are getting finer. And I think the second sauce is ready. So can everyone raise their hand in the participants menu when they're done with the first sauce? Aiden?
Oh yeah?
Yeah, sorry, did you raise your hand?
No, that wasn't me. It's Jai.
Oh, I see. Okay, so is everyone done with the first sauce, the green one?
Not yet.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. How close are you to finishing?
I'm just blending the ingredients.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, so I mentioned earlier that my second sauce already made it earlier today. Wow, the lighting's really bad, so it's kind of hard to see, but it's basically like homemade vegan mayonnaise. It tastes a lot like mayonnaise. Um, so these ingredients are a lot easier to blend together. So I think we can wait a few minutes for everyone to just mix them together in the blender and just kind of mix it together. It's a lot easier to mix than the first sauce since it doesn't have any solid ingredients. It's all liquid. You'll notice that it gets like a lot pastier and chunkier as you keep blending, almost like a pudding, like mayonnaise, which is a sign that you're doing it right. So this is the one made of soybean juice and sugar and oil and vinegar. The salt is optional. I neglect the salt because I think it adds the sweetness, but it also adding salt would like make it a savorier sauce. So if everyone could raise their hands when they're done with both sausage with sauces, which might take a few minutes, we can continue. So this is a little early and I don't really expect everyone to be done with both sauces at this point, but just remember to raise your hand in the participant menu when you're done.
I think I'm done.
Nice with both.
Yeah, I think I'm not gonna make the second sauce just because, like, I don't exactly have all the ingredients.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Just
Yeah, the nice thing about burgers is that it's really flexible. So like you
Yeah.
could put no sauce, you could put both sauces.
I just made the first sauce.
Yeah, the green one.
Yeah, looks like a pesto.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it's actually ingredients wise really similar to pesto. Pesto is made of basil too. I think pesto is just basil and cheese mixed together.
Yeah.
What about everyone else? Jia, Lucy.
I'm finished also. I didn't like bring the ingredients, so I'm just here to listen, and I'm going to maybe make one after the class.
Wait, sorry, what? I couldn't hear that. Sorry.
I haven't prepared all of my ingredients, so I'm trying to prepare it. So I might like finish it after the class instead of right in.
Oh yeah, no, of course, that's valid.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so I think I should have like at the beginning of the class like introduced the ingredients. I rushed into it a little. Yeah, okay, so shall we move on? Okay, next, we're going to preheat the oven to 350 degrees. So, whoops, I meant to reverse the camera. That's my oven. It's just preheating right now. We're going to need it for the buns later. The buns are store-bought, but it's nice to have them toasted a little in the oven. And then we're gonna prepare the patty. So your patty should be defrosted at this point, but it's I guess it's okay if it's not defrosted. Um it can melt in the pan. So first you're going to be pan frying the patty. And you're going to put a little bit of oil in the pan, about the size of a quarter, so that's like a dime and that's a quarter. And then just kind of plop the patty on. Having a spatula will help a lot. I'm not sure why I didn't get the spatula earlier. Two spatulas is great actually, because then you won't have to worry about accidentally breaking the patty when you flip it. So Oh, this will be hard to record with one hand and click with the other. Okay, so you just kind of push the patty around the stove to spread the oil on it first, and then you're going to put in the soy sauce. So it's just a couple drops, like about this much, maybe a little more. It really just depends on how salty you want your patty to be. So the one I bought is pretty plain. It's like almost sweet because it's a veggie patty. So I prefer to add more soy sauce. And then I'm just gonna put this down for a second. And you're going to add some water to dilute the soy sauce and to make the patty a little juicier. I'm gonna get this out of the way first, actually. So right now it looks kind of gross, like a soggy patty, but it'll be really good later, trust me. And then you add the spices. So there's black pepper, obligatory, onion powder. Beyond onion powder and black pepper, everything else is oh, that's a lot of onion powder. Everything else is completely optional. So it just depends. Again, it really just depends on your personal tastes and what kind of spices you would like on your patty. So my water dried up really fast, so I'm actually going to keep adding water. And on your second round of water, you're just going to keep pushing around the patty until the water dries up again, like this. And then this is where the second, I wish I could show you, but I need both hands. This is where the second spatula comes into play, where you would pick it up with both spatulas and flip it over. So I just did that. And then you're going to just keep pushing it around the pan until it's a little brown. It should start to smell pretty good right now. Honestly, the patty, all store-bought patties are cooked a little before it's frozen, so this will not take a long time to prepare. So I think this side is all right, so I'm just going to flip it over again. And that's what it looks like. And you're just going to let this sit in the pan for a little bit. At this point, you can add the cheese, but I wouldn't advise doing it right now because it might melt all over the pan. But you do want to put the cheese on the patty while it's still warm, so it can so they can melt together. So next we're going to start preparing the buns. So I have a whole wheat hamburger bun. So yeah, that's the bun I'm using for this one. And this is where the oven comes into play because I'm literally just going to stick the buns into the oven for 2 minutes. It doesn't matter precisely what temperature it is. My oven isn't at 350 degrees yet, but it's ideal to start preheating it a little earlier so that I don't have to leave it in the oven for like 7 or 8 minutes. So right now I'm just going to put it in for 2 to 3 minutes. And we'll just come back when that's ready. Sorry, my timer is looking out. So that's the bun. And now we're slicing the vegetables. So the vegetables in this burger are pretty simple. It's just lettuce and tomatoes. So I already picked off a couple leaves of lettuce. Wait, why am I? Right, so I just picked up a couple leaves of lettuce. There's only 2 leaves because one leaf is big enough to cover one bun, and you're going to slice 4 slices of tomato, 2 per bun. The tomato looks pretty big, but the bun is bigger, trust me. So 2 tomatoes per bun is ideal. By the way, this is for a pretty thick, um, and like pretty vegetable heavy burger. So if you prefer like thinner burgers, I know some people don't really like opening their mouth so big just to eat the burger. You can also only add vegetables on one bun and leave the other bare. So like one half is vegetables and one half is meat. So those are my buns. It rang really fast because it doesn't take that long to get them just a little crispy. Um, so they don't really look different, but they're a little crispier on the outside right now, and that makes a really big difference. So, does everyone have their vegetables, buns, patties ready? And if so, can you raise your hand? If not, could you just let me know what's not done yet? Sorry, I know I went really fast, so I don't really expect everyone to be done right now.
I'm working on my patties.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm frying my patties.
What about your patty?
I'm still cooking them.
Oh, I see. Okay, what about everyone else?
I'm cooking for more than one person, so I'm like pre-mixing my spices into my beef. So yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, this is the quantity of burger for one person. Obviously, like one patty, like just a little vegetables. The sauces can last you a really long time, so you can actually use them for things besides patties. So the mayonnaise can go on things like sandwiches or like salads, and you can also rub the like basil sauce on like other breads to have as toast. Okay, Daddy, could you let me know when you're done with the patty? By the way, when your patty is cooling in the pan as you're preparing everything else, like the buns and stuff, now is a good time to put the cheese on the patty so they have time to melt together in the pan. So this is just a slice of American cheese. The cheese is really optional. Like I know a lot of people who don't like cheese and a lot of people who do. So I personally like cheese, so I'm just leaving it to melt on the patty in the pan right now. Okay, so I know not everyone has both sauces, but I'm just going to proceed as if we had both. You can honestly both sauces are interchangeable, so you can sub both for each other. So you're going to use a spoon to put the green sauce on your patty first. So just like slather it on like butter, basically, like you would on a toast. Depending on the size of your spoon, you're going to need more than one spoonful. So that's one burger bun. And then next, I wouldn't advise completely replacing the second sauce with the first sauce. For those of you who don't have the white sauce, because the green sauce is actually a lot stronger than the white sauce. The white sauce is like a light, slightly sweet, a little tangy sauce, and the green is like oniony, strong and herby flavor. So I they can't really replace each other, but you can definitely go without the white sauce. So just put the lettuce on, and this is where the white sauce comes into play. You put the white sauce between the layers of vegetables. So now there's some sauce on the lettuce. And then you put on your slices of tomato and do the same. And then put the white sauce on the tomato as well. Okay, so at this point, it should look like this. So in order from bottom to up, it's bun, green sauce, lettuce, white sauce, tomato, white sauce. And then you do the exact same on the other bun. So the green sauce is already on this, so I'm just going to put the vegetables on the same way I just did. So the actual quantity of sauce you're going to put on the vegetables is again entirely up to you. Like some people like to have a lot of sauce. I personally don't. I think it tastes best if the flavor of the vegetables is just brought out by itself, but again that's entirely up to you. So right now the two buns are just identical, and this is where the patty comes into play. So I'm not really sure how I can do this with one hand, so I can't really record this stuff. So this is my patty, and I'm just sliding it onto the bottom bun. And that's the bun with the vegetables and the patty on it. And then you just slap on the top bun and you're done. That's the burger. You can definitely put a toothpick or like a skewer through it if it's really tall and slidey. I'm definitely going to do that after the lesson. So how far is everyone along right now?
I'm currently cooking my patties.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Smells really good though.
Yeah, sorry. The veggie patties do come more pre-cooked than the meat patties. So in hindsight, I should have spent more time on the patties. Meat does take a lot more time to cook thoroughly. So that's okay. Take your time. So at this point, the lessons pretty much over. I can stay online until everyone's done, or everyone can continue to make their burger offline. What does everyone prefer?
Well, I would trying to make my burger offline because I'm still preparing materials. It will
Oh, okay.
on time.
Yeah, that's okay. You can continue doing that on your own time. What about Aiden and Jiayi?
I don't have any like particular problems. Throughout the
Okay.
rest.
Yeah, I'm not done yet either.
All right, sounds good. I think we can end the meeting here then. Thanks for coming and learning how to make veggie burgers.